Okay, here's something to think about. The Northern Lights, or also known as the Aurora Borealis. So, when I was a kid and we were in elementary school and middle school and even high school, they talked about the Aurora Borealis, the Northern Lights. And they made it seem like it's something that's this phenomenon you can only see if you go to northern Norway or Finland or Sweden or very far northern Alaska to see this amazing phenomenon of pink and yellow and green ribbons just, decorating the sky. Well, all of a sudden, this last 2 years, there are always news articles and Facebook posts and all kinds of things that state where to see the Northern Lights if you live in the U.S. and what states you can see the Northern Lights tonight and at what time and so on and so forth. Whether you live in Iowa or South Dakota or Maine or Colorado or Indiana or wherever. And I think to myself, how all of a sudden we can see this phenomenon of the Northern Lights, the Aurora Borealis, in a variety of U.S. states. After all these years, suddenly we can see them in these various states. What happened? Why didn't we know about this earlier? I completely don't understand. And this is kind of a two-part something to think about. The second part of this is, if you live in any of the U.S. states where you've been told you can see the Northern Lights, tell me if you've had this similar experience. About a year ago, all over the news was where you can see the Northern Lights, the Aurora Borealis in the United States, and one of the states was South Dakota. So I missed a couple of those articles, and finally, this time, I was thinking, I'm going to see the Northern Lights this time. I'm not going to miss it. Because the last time I missed it, all of my friends on Facebook who live in the Midwest, in Iowa and South Dakota and Nebraska, were posting all these amazing pictures of the Aurora Borealis, aka the Northern Lights. So I drove about 30 miles north of the city I live in Iowa. And I was in South Dakota, in the middle of nowhere. And I really couldn't see anything in the sky. And I thought to myself, well, what the heck? The news and all of these articles said, if I'm in South Dakota at this time, I will see the Northern Lights. I couldn't see anything. And then I talked to somebody and they said, well, just pull out your cell phone and point it towards the sky and you'll see what everyone's talking about. I thought, well, maybe she's right. So then I pull out my cell phone, I point it towards the sky, and only through my iPhone was I able to see the Northern Lights. And I would snap a picture, and there were those famous, beautiful lime green and pink and yellow ribbons going throughout the sky and things like that. Yet at the same time, you couldn't see it with your naked eye. I don't know what that's all about. So, that's the second part of this, something to think about. Why, after all these years, do all of a sudden are we able to see the Northern Lights throughout multiple U.S. states? And why can't we see the Northern Lights unless we use our iPhones or whatever phone you have and you point it to the sky? Then you can see it. What's that all about? Help me understand. As always, I've got questions. Who's got answers? Let me know. I'm looking forward to seeing your comments.